Hi, Aries, and welcome to your first reading for April, your first of 2 for the month. But do remember that these readings are timeless. So if you come across this reading after the month of April, that's okay. You were meant to find it because there could very well be a message in here for you, all right? And also, Aries, remember, this can be for your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, and even Venus if you want to look at it from a love or relationship perspective. So we're going to get right into it. I'm actually going to be doing the cards live today. So we're going to do Oracle and Tarot like usual. I am going to pull an overall energy card here just to start for you, Aries. So let's see what they have for you. Observation, the peregrine falcon. Observation. So maybe for some of you, this could have to do, and these can, again, remember, be individual messages, or you'll find they'll all tie together here. But with the peregrine falcon, I almost feel like observation. It's really paying attention to your surroundings. It's maybe for some of you shining a light on your surroundings, who you're with, what it is you're doing. It could even be with your home and family. It can literally be in any area of your life, but it's whatever you're doing, whatever your surroundings are, it's shining a light. Now, for some of you, it could bring in awareness, something you need to be aware of. For other Aries, it could be there's a message in it for you somehow. So, you know how we always talk about spirit, who could be God, source, universe, or whomever for you, okay? It could be them, you know, it's you watching for signs and synchronicities, right? You've been asking questions, there's something you want to know about, and you need to be observant because that is how they will bring it into you, a sign. If you haven't seen my readings, I always talk about it could be TV, it could be on social media, it could be a billboard you see, it could be a sign you see, it could be a song you're listening to or the lyrics in the song, right? So it could be in any way. So I just want to say that I feel is kind of like an overall card for this reading is observation. And also because I am using my animal decks here, this could also be a spirit animal for you if that resonates. Okay, let's get the next card. And we're just going with whatever. There's no questions here. We have dolphin play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Okay. I'm kind of feeling like the dive into your wisdom is standing out for me here, just with the observation, right? Like when you become more aware, it's almost like you're using your you're using your intellect in a different way, right? The way of observation. So I feel that is important to say. I'm going to pull a tarot with this too. And maybe for some of you, it really is. You just need to have more fun. You need to relax. You need to take a little time out. Okay, you need to just go with the flow. Maybe you're a very busy person, Aries, and their message to you is simple. You need a little downtime, okay? Or for some of you, I feel I need to say, maybe it's time for you to plan some downtime. You know, we're in April, only a few short months away from, you know, summer. Midsummer, when, you know, it's kind of vacation time, at least in the northern hemisphere. And I really feel like, yeah, this is going to be a message for you. Maybe start planning now, because, okay, I'm still going to pull a tarot here. I feel like I could talk forever. This may be dangerous if it's not a question, right? Okay, Queen of Cups. All right. So what I want to say here is the reason I'm saying maybe you need to start planning it now, because I'm almost feeling like if you do it now, you may find a really good deal. Okay. So, you know, take the advice or not. take the advice from spirit or not, but that was coming in, right? Like you never know what deal you may find, and that's going to make the downtime even sweeter. We have the Queen of Cups here, and I really feel like the Queen of Cups is all about self-care and self-nurturing and being kind to yourself and being in flow, go with the flow. Like by you taking time out, by you relaxing, by you stepping back from whatever it is in your life, okay, it is showing your self-care and nurturing yourself, right? And being kind to yourself because you are relaxing, rejuvenating, okay? You are re-energizing, and we all need to do that from time to time. So I feel like that's the important message here with you, Aries, in this first round of cards. Now I'm going to pull out a different deck here and see if we get anything else. But maybe that's where the observation comes in. Look now, because you may find a really good deal on whatever it is, even if it's just going out of town. It doesn't have to be it's whatever kind of trip you can afford and you can take, right? Okay, so let's get the next card. And for some of you, dolphin may be your spirit animal. We have Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Yeah, it's just coming back. They really want you to, again, take that time to nurture and care for yourself, to rest, rejuvenate, refill your cups, okay? Look, there's lots of fish here in this cup for the owl, all right? So refill your cup. Also, what I want to say is love is all around. And remember, I said maybe not everyone can travel far. They may just travel near. But again, if you start looking now, you may discover things in your own area. Observation again here. I love how that's really tying in well. You may find things in your own area that you didn't even know existed, especially if you live in bigger cities. Like there is so much going on in the city, in the neighboring cities, in the little towns outside of the cities, right? And you might end up finding something that you really love. It could be a farmer's market that just really, has everything that you would want in a farmer's market, okay? It's that type of thing. So that's one message. But let's get a tarot here. And love is all around. I also think, again, it's just caring and loving and nurturing yourself. And here, right, the little nightingale, whatever this, I guess it's like is this a gramophone or whatever you call that, right? Like just the sweetness of everything. And look here, we have the Magician. Again, I just want to say, maybe it's like a magic show. Maybe it is some sort of, are there any musicals out right now that have to do with magic, okay? Is it going maybe to Las Vegas and seeing a magic show, or even in your town? But also, this is just letting you know, you have everything you need all the time to propel yourself forward, to make smart decisions, to nurture yourself, and to make money, we'll say, and to bring abundance into your life. They're all within you. You just need to choose which one you're going to pull out and when to use it, okay? So that could be an individual message for someone there. Now, let's go with this deck and let's get another message. I almost, sorry, there were too many cards there. I almost want to say with this too, it's like the Magician can manifest anything. So if there is something that you are thinking of, like, oh, I've never done that, I've heard of this, I wonder if they have it in my area, it's like you're going to find it. You will find it, no problem. But I really feel like I need to keep saying, but start looking now. Panda, stay balanced and in your essence. We have archangels on these cards too, if that's of interest to you. Archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. Okay. But again, look with this card. It's like stay balanced and in your essence. What makes you happy? What lights up your heart space? Okay, this is really a message about you, Aries, and I love it because as an Aries, all about me, myself, and I. And this is really focused not on other people and you. This is focused just on you. You taking the time out for yourself. You finding what it is that you love. You being true to yourself and staying balanced while doing it. Or it can be a message of, by taking this time out, by doing the things that you love, Aries, it will bring balance back into your life. Okay, I'm also going to pull a tarot with that. Maybe even here with the panda and the baby, maybe you need to take time out. And maybe for you, if you don't have your own family at this time, maybe this is you going home to your mama bear or whoever that person is for you, right? Maybe you just need to go home if you live out of province, out of state, or out of country. Maybe it's a trip home back to where it is that you've come from that's just going to feel really comforting to you and rejuvenating to you. The Tower. And maybe that's why I had mentioned going back and being with your family. Maybe for some of you, Aries, there's going to be a bit of a tower moment, but that should never be a scary thing, okay? Even though the card looks a little scary, that is just you, I want to say, realizing, because we can control our tower moments, right? Sometimes they happen to us out of our control, but for the most part, it's because we're up to something that, probably isn't good for us and it needs to stop, or however you want to think of that. But I like to explain it in that way because you can control it. If you know that there's something in your life that, maybe you shouldn't be engaging in, or it just isn't good for you. And this can be anything from people to things, places. And you're like, you know what? Or even with your career, maybe it got off to a fast start, but shaky. Okay. And you know that in order to get it back down onto a solid foundation, because maybe it was just built on sand before, okay, you need to let it burn down to the ground or whatever that thing is so that you can start building your life back up. Solid blocks, solid foundation. You're not going to be the Jenga game, okay? You're going to be like a skyscraper, solid and sturdy. All right. So maybe for some of you, though, there will be a bit of a tower, something that's upsetting or disappointing to you, and you're going to need that love and nurturing and caring from maybe a parent or, again, someone who fills that role for you in life, or even a place. All right, let's get another here, Aries. I like this because this is really all about you. I'm not really feeling other than here, other people, unless, it's your family and you're vacationing or doing whatever it is, traveling together. And it could be a staycation. Remember, it's what suits you and your life, your lifestyle. But if it's a staycation, it is clicking off and, disengaging from your norm. It's not, oh, I'm having a staycation and I'm going to go on each day and just check my emails. No, not that. Okay. Next we have, I don't even know how to say that, but it's a Hawaiian owl. All right. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. We said you need to really be observing everything around you right now, okay? Because, and my beeper went off. Whenever that goes off in a reading at a certain time, I'm like, pay attention to that. Yeah, you guys, look, they're coming in and they're telling you straight out, okay? Your spirit guides, and especially your ancestral spirit guides, are offering you guidance. You need to be observant. You need to turn on your observation antenna skills, okay, right? And look for those signs. Now, that doesn't mean, and let's just be clear about that, where you're going around every day, oh, is that a sign? Is that a sign? If there is something that you are waiting on, say, an answer for, or something you're concerned about, however that is for you, and you hear something that would be relating to that, that would be your sign, right? So just know they're going to be sending signs and synchronicities. Is it about this? Maybe not, because you can take these as individual messages here as well, right? Like they can tie together, or you can take them as individuals. And maybe if you need to find the love out and around you by being observant, but maybe also you can be the magician and manifest some of that love in too. I feel like that's important to say. I got a little tingly about that one. Because maybe for some of you, you're not going to be able to get back to your hometown or to your family, right? So you can bring it in other ways from spirit, your friends, or doing things that you love. 10 of Wands. For some of you, Aries, this is going to be a time where you are finally able to lay down anything that you have been carrying that has not been serving you, okay? If it's been conflict with people or a person, okay? If it has been conflict at work, if it has been conflict with the other parents on your kids' hockey team, if it has been conflict in any way, or just unsettled energy that's maybe not quite so positive, all right? That is going to be put down. This is the 10 of Wands. It's time to lay it down. The sun's coming back out, and it's time for a new start. Maybe even for some of you, this is where this Tower moment might come in, Aries. Something's going to kind of fall down so that you are able to lay the burden down. Maybe taking this time out could even be you laying the burden down. Maybe the message coming in for you is how to lay that burden down so that you don't have to pick it back up again and repeat it. Okay, so those are the main messages. Let me get you some more tarot here before we go. It's my favorite little panda deck, although I'm loving my owl tarot too. You know what? It's now a toss-up. I love the both. I actually just love these animal cards, but you know. And again, any of the animals on these cards could be a spirit guide animal for you. So, you know, if you're unsure, you can even ask spirit about that. Now, let's get some out here from the pandas. The World. Love it. This is the ending. I'm putting that right here. This is the ending of a cycle for you, Aries. You are coming to the end of something, all right? It's time for a fresh start, a new chapter. And we are talking about that here in different ways. So I love that message of confirmation, all right? And it's also a time, too, to reflect on, I had kind of said it here, but I'm thinking it's kind of a time where you reflect on what lessons have I learned in this last cycle and how can I use them or avoid them moving forward in the next cycle that I'm going to go through. We go through so many different cycles in life. Okay, let's get another. The King of Swords. Yeah, I like this as a confirmation and a guidance message as well. All right, so you want to take this King of Swords energy on, being very clear about what it is that you need to do, being very sure of yourself that you're making the right decisions, okay? So take on that energy. And one last card for you here, Aries, before we go. There may even be a situation coming up where you are going to maybe really be calling on your clarity and your intellect. It's really gonna maybe cause a pause for you where you're going to have to do, I'm going to say, a little deep thinking, or you're going to have to be very clear about the decision that you need to make. And I want to say, because it's something that's going to be, it's something that would, you know, it's long term. So making the correct decision at the beginning will just be so much easier. Four of Swords. Yeah. Taking a time out. I like this. You know, I want to say here with the book with the wings, it's like going to spirit, your angels even, whomever it is for you, right? And saying, you know what? I need to take a little break here. I need to get some mental clarity about a situation that I have to make a decision on. Can you help me with this? Because the Four of Swords for me is kind of taking a mental break. It could refer back to this as well. It is getting clear before you continue on the journey or before you have to make a decision. So this is your reading, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in a couple of weeks for the next one.